So today is how to see the opposite or to see something different than the way you're perceiving it. So dealing with this whole bunch of situations with the house situation, the RV situation, all these crazy things going on. So still making progress, meeting with people, dealing with all this, and then it happens. And I posted a picture of it. You probably won't even believe it happened. So I'm dealing with like this, I don't know. I picked this thing on my nail somewhere. Oh, right here. So did you ever do that? You pick your nail, now there's a piece hanging. And the thing about the piece that's hanging is that if you don't cut it off, it's going to tear off. If it tears off, it's going to be bad. So I go in my wife's bathroom, grab the clippers, and snap it off. Things are still good. So now what happens is I have the bag of clippers, I put it in the thing, but wouldn't you know, there is a red nail polish sitting, must have been right on the edge. So I pushed the bag in, must have been just the right time. Red nail polish falls, shatters. It's on the floor. It's on my socks. It's on the door. It's on the wall. It looks like a little murder kind of happened. So I'm sitting here going, and my wife's like, just leave the bathroom. She's like, just leave the bathroom. So I'm like, I'll help you. She's just like, just get gloves. Just leave. Give me gloves. Just leave the bathroom. So I'm like, this ain't never going to be, this outcome. Because I started to wipe some up. I'm like, this ain't never going to be a decent outcome here. So my wife wipes it up and then she goes, here's how to see the opposite of something. She goes, well, I've wanted to paint this bathroom anyway. And I'm like, oh my goodness, how bad could this be? So I go in there and look, and the wall is just, and then of course, to boot, my daughter sends me, you know, the guy that like paints the little, like, here's a little tree. What's that, Bob Ross? Like, here's a little tree. So she sends me that. And then my wife's like, neither me or Caitlin have ever made that type of mess. Cause I'm always like, for my daughter, I'm like, what is on the wall? Like, is it hairspray or what? So now I can't say anything about any of that anymore because I pretty much destroyed a whole portion of the bathroom with this red nail polish. Wouldn't you think that bottle was strong enough? It like exploded like a grenade. That's the problem with tile, right? Tile sucks, right? Because tile, everything you drop on it explodes and breaks. So there's one version to see the opposite of it. And if you look at it, you could always find a plus side opposite to everything, right? Like if you look at what we're dealing with that house, that boiler was burning through. It's like, what's the opposite? It could have been the whole house burned down. So, okay. So when you go to the opposite, you make it so much further in the upside that the downside feels less. Now I'm telling you, I'm still working on balancing the upside of this smoky house that I'm pretty sure the couches are going to have to go. The bed's going to have to go. Every piece of material thing in the house is going to have to go. But the plus side is, as of this point, we don't have to re-sheet rock. And, you know, the good news is nobody has to be in the house right now. So down trip to Florida is canceled for me and my daughter. Upside, we're going to plan a better trip to do when we go to Florida. So we're going to even make it more magical. So you know what? Practice as you go into Monday. How can you see? Because I used to set myself up years ago when I was going into, and I don't know about you for Monday, maybe tell me if you're in the chat bar here, or be sure to share this. I used to prepare myself for all the, like, set myself up for all the destruction that was going to happen Monday morning. Did you ever do that, or just me? It was like, I'm going to show up. The guy's going to be late. Someone's going to call out. Parts aren't going to come in. Customer's going to cancel. And I used to always be like already mentally destroying myself. Then I just went to the opposite side. Like, okay, guy's not going to show up. But if he doesn't, then I'll just do this instead. And then if the customer cancels, I'll just do this instead. Right. And then if I run into it, I'll just do. So if you just look at this simple strategy of, I will just do this instead, it could save you a whole world of beating the shit out of your mind and torturing yourself just by going, okay, well, if Monday morning, if that happens, I'll just do this instead. And then I conditioned myself to the point to just go there. And I had a plan, but if it had to deviate, it was not a problem. It's not a problem because I was already prepared for that. So that's what I wanted to hit you with here on Sunday night for all of you. Hope you have an incredible week. It is, what are we going into our last week? It's pretty much the last week of January. Can you believe it? So we have right now, we have 11 months left of the year and probably a couple months before spring. Then it'll be summer. So it's pretty awesome, but time is flying really fast. So make sure it's not flying too fast for you. Have a great day and make this week magical. Boom.